We're back with more on Coach's Corner West on WQEL Facebook. I'm Davey Jones, live from our Bucyrus Pizza Hut, and we have the Wynford Royal part of the show with Coach Gabe Helbert. We'll be talking with Coach Helbert and the Wynford Royals coming up in just one moment. Our show brought to you in part by Lee Plymouth, Brad Seibert, Plymouth Insurance Group, Bucyrus and Gallion, Hannah Newton at Wendy's, downtown Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky. Also, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, Bucyrus. Vince Ponziani and everybody at Waycraft Industries. Rod Steiner and everybody at Pizza Hut, Bucyrus, Gallion, host of the show since 1992. And the Burkhardt family at Burkhardt Farm Sales, your Case IH dealer on the Manettia Winchester Road. The Wynford Royals, fresh off another big victory, second week in a row, and put 70-plus points on the board, defeating Buckeyes 72-8. And Coach, as we mentioned, second week in a row, 70-plus points, 35 points, 5 touchdowns in the first quarter.
You know, we got off to a good start. You know, Blake Beckley had a big play on a intercepted ball that Kalen Skidmore made an excellent hit on the quarterback, kind of affected the flight of the ball, and it landed right in our end's hands. He was able to make the play and return it for a touchdown. Really got us there.
That's the third week in a row, isn't it? The first touchdown came on a pick six.
I think it's the second.
Second, okay.
You know, we were fortunate to do that the week before, and then again this week, and then we had a punt return. So, you know, we got off to a good start. It allowed us to settle down and kind of get into a groove from that standpoint.
As you say, the second touchdown was a special teams touchdown.
Yeah, so, you know, we're really up 14 without getting our offense on the field, which anytime that happens, you feel good about your chances. You know, once we had an opportunity to get, you know, on the field offensively, I thought our kids executed pretty well. You know, I was proud of our kids' effort overall and their focus against Buckeye Central.
Kobe Allen with a 32-yard pass. He was the first offensive touchdown of the game, 32-yard pass to Jaron Affiliator. Kendall Blair with a 31-yard touchdown run, and then Kendall Blair with another 1-yard touchdown run. This is all in the first quarter.
Yeah, again, it was, you know, our defense they made stops to allow us to get the football back offensively, and, you know, overall, I thought, like I said, our kids executed in all three phases of the game to have a special teams touchdown and defensive touchdown, and then to, you know, have some success offensively. We're certainly proud of our kids and the effort.
Second quarter, a lot of the same. Again, 3 more touchdowns from the offense. James Schieffer with a 34-yard touchdown run. Kobe Allen, 21-yard pass to Kendall Blair. His third touchdown in the game at that point. And Caden Blair?
Yep.
Right? Caden Blair, 15-yard touchdown. So you guys are hitting all cylinders.
Well, you know, again, we felt there were opportunities there, offensively, defensively, and special teams, and I was proud of our kids' execution. You know, Buckeye Central's a team that's continuing trying to improve and, you know, struggle from a number standpoint and things like that. So I have a lot of respect for their kids and the program that Coach Jensen has, and you know, I thought that their kids fought hard the entire game. And, you know, again, it's when you're playing a league rival and stuff like that, you're excited to leave the field with a victory. And again, I was proud of our kids for their effort as well.
Now, second half, we have by the name of Chandler Elkert.
Yep, Chandler Elkert.
He had a nice second half.
Yeah, Chandler's a kid that, you know, he really had a great offseason for us. He brought into the weight room and was very accountable from January all the way through the summer. And you kind of see that paying off for him. He's a kid that really enjoys football. He plays physical, runs hard, and really does the same thing defensively where he flies around and tries to make plays. So we were happy to see Chandler have success, you know, in the second half of that game.
What grade is Chandler?
Chandler's a sophomore.
Sophomore, so he's part of the future then, too.
Yeah, we hope so.
All right. Box score, you guys had Colby, 100%, 9 for 9, 170 yards. In fact, he was the Spitzer game changer on the radio. We got something for him for you to take back to him. But Colby, 9 for 9, 170 yards. For the season, he has 819 yards already. That's pretty impressive, 66% completion rate.
You know, we want our quarterback to be effective. We want him to be efficient. You know, I think he's a chain mover first and foremost. Any way we can move the chains, we're going to try to do that. Kobe's been, you know, he's done a good job day in and day out trying to get better, trying to learn the offense more and be a more effective passer and really be a more efficient passer. And it's good to see that those numbers have improved weekly.
One of the things here is 9 for 9. He's got a lot of different guys to throw to. Kendall Blair, Micah Karcher, Jaron Affiliator, Owen Whitmire, Cade Blair, Daniel Couric. I mean, all these guys had receptions in the football game that your success.
Yeah, we try to distribute the football, through just the way the play unfolds and how the coverage breaks down. I was, again, happy to see Kobe be efficient there, where he worked with all the different people who were open. We didn't try to feature one guy or anything like that, but he found the open man and was effective doing that.
All right. That helps out your offense a lot when the defense can't key on anybody either.
Yeah, it certainly does. We've always tried to do that to, just allow the play to develop, to, attack the coverage the way it's played. Kobe did a nice job again with that on Friday.
They get about 5 different guys rushing the ball. Chandler, Helbert, again. All in the second half, 10 carries, 97 yards, almost 100 yards in the second half. Caden Blair, Kendall Blair, James Schieffer, all with, nice runs.
Yeah, it was nice. We've struggled running the football at times this year, so it's nice to get the run game going a little bit. Something we have to do and continue to improve on and to help our team have success offensively.
All right. We've got Cory Moore, Conan Keith.
Moon.
That's Cory Moon. Yeah. I apologize. Cory, don't call me Moore. Conan Keith, Brandon Dorsey, Brady Keaton, all with us. We're going to talk to these guys here in just one moment. Now, our show brought to you in part by Blythe Friedley and Todd McDougal at Friedley and Company Insurance up in Dutchtown. Ted Coder at the Modern Body Shop in New Washington. The Ohio State University Marion, a Big Ten education close to home. Mike Kleinet at Ag Credit Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Montgilead, and Marion. Dr. Thomas M. Brinkley Clubview Vision Center. Luann Krebs, Rivers Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing and Signs, the official phone board t-shirt provider on Route 309, right across the street from the old Marion Depot. Up first is Cory Moon, a junior wide receiver and defensive back. And Cory, talk to me a little about your season. Are you getting some time in the game?
In the first few weeks I was, but these past few weeks I've been out due to COVID complications. So I was out the first 2 weeks due to COVID, which kind of...
You had the COVID yourself?
Yeah.
Where'd you pick that up?
I don't know.
You have no idea, huh?
No.
Is this the first time you've had it?
No, this is my second time actually.
Second time around, huh? All right, well, we need to, Coach. We need to get you on the healthy side of things, buddy. So, are you back on the right side now?
Yeah. Today was my first day back at practice, and I was limited in practice. I practiced from 3 to 4, so I was limited, which was also kind of sucked because I wish I could be out there with the boys practicing, having fun, but for now I can't.
Okay, talk a little bit. Does it affect you in school as well?
Yeah, I think I missed 6 days of school or 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you some questions that aren't necessarily involved with football here. What were your symptoms? How sick were you with COVID?
For the first few days, I was sick. I mean, I lost a taste. I had like fatigue. I had stomach ache really bad.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad.
All right. Because I know some people who had COVID, and it wasn't. You were much more serious than they were.
Yeah. The first time I had it, it wasn't bad at all. I just had no taste and smell, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
But the second time around, it was worse.
Well, listen, I'm wishing you the best of health so you can continue to play some football. Because obviously you love the game, right? All right. Listen, buddy, continued success this season. I appreciate it. You play other sports besides football?
Yeah.
What do you play? Track? Okay, very good. Next up is Conan Keith, a junior, running back, linebacker. How's your health, buddy?
Pretty good.
You're doing all right, huh? Okay. Talk a little about your season. As I've seen your name show up in the stats. Talk a little about being, one of the running backs for this football.
Being one of the running backs is amazing. Knowing that I get to play for Wynford football is just amazing. Knowing that it's history and everything, it means a lot, and it's very important to the community. And just being involved in all that is important to me too.
All right. You play other sports besides football?
Oh yeah, I play basketball, and I'll be running track this fall.
All right.
This spring.
The spring. Talk to me a little bit about some of the goals that you have, not only for yourself but for your team.
Winning. We have one goal at the end of the day, and that is to win an N10 championship, and then march away from the playoffs from there. And week by week, we just got to get better and continue to improve for that one goal at the end of the season.
All right, very good, buddy. I appreciate you stopping by. Next is Brandon Dorsey. Brandon's a junior, O-line, D-line. That's why you get the extra large t-shirt, huh?
Yes, sir.
How much do you weigh?
230 pounds.
230 pounds. That's not bad. Now, how much did you weigh when you started out as a freshman?
As a freshman, I was around 270 pounds. team.
Oh, so you've actually taken weight off then?
Yeah.
All right. Now, what's the advantage of taking some weight off as a high school football player?
Getting faster, honestly, that's part of the working weight, is getting me down so I can be a little bit faster with D-line.
So you needed to be quicker, not necessarily more bulky and getting people's ways, because if they can run around you, it's not any good, right?
Correct.
All right, so obviously you've had some success. Are you going to stay right about where you are right now, or are you
I'm going to be a little bit smaller.
a little bit smaller, a little bit
Yeah.
quicker? Huh? All right. How is the offensive? You play offensive line, defensive line. Which do you play most?
I play more defensive line.
And you like defense better than offense?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Explain that to me, because most guys that are in the O-line and D-line, most of them tell me they like D-line better.
I like D-line because it's like you can make a good play, but making mistakes is probably the frustrating part on the D-line.
Okay. And coaches always point that out to you, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, goals for the rest of the year, personal goals as well as.
Limit my mistakes for the D-line, make better plays than I could before.
All right, so it's a matter of mind over matter, right?
Yes.
Buddy, I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks a lot. And next is Brady Keaton, a junior wide receiver and defensive back. And Brady, talk to me about your goals this year.
My goal is mainly for this year is to just get better.
All right.
Help this team improve so we can accomplish the goal at the end of the year that is to win an instant championship.
All right. Brady, talk to me a little bit about have you had an opportunity to catch the ball this year? They put the ball in your hands?
No, I don't play a ton because of the talent that's in front of me.
All right.
With this also be my first year playing.
Really?
Just
Where were you your last couple of years?
at home.
At home?
At home.
And how did somebody pry you away from home? Congratulations for making that decision. How did somebody pry you away from home and get you out the field?
I got tired of being at home.
All right, good for you.
I used to play like 5th grade.
Uh-huh.
I wish I hadn't quit,
Mhm.
but I'm back now. So.
All right, good for you, buddy. I hope it gets better for you. Going to break for a second, come back, talk to Coach about the ball game coming up this weekend. It's an important game. It's against the rival Colonel Crawford. Details coming up here in just a moment. We're brought to you in part by Roger Brown at Winks Lock and Save, South Poplar, West Warren Street, Bucyrus. John Ziegler, Drew Young, Frank Heinlein, and everybody at Bucyrus Blade, serving worldwide markets since 1951. Rob West, Edgefield Animal Clinic, Marion. Also brought to you in part by Matt Studer at Spitzer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Kia, a mile east of the Richland Mall. And also Coach Tim Plumley at Mohegan Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation, and Doug Luthold at Advanced Fiber Technology. Coach, let's talk a little about Colonel Crawford. Huge football game this weekend. A lot is on the line here for the N10 Championship and bragging rights in the central part of Crawford County.
You know, it's a big game for us every year. It's another league opponent. You know, when you're trying to take that one step at a time, and Colonel Crawford's an excellent football team. You know, it's kind of heightens the importance of that game. You know, they're very good. They're good in all three phases. Very good offensively, defensively, and especially in this.
All right, we've got a lot of kids in this football team that can light it up as far as scoring is concerned.
Yeah, they do. They have some really nice kids on the offensive side of the ball. They're very talented there. You know, the running back's an excellent football player. You know, he has the ability to turn you know, any run into a huge gain, and he can hit home runs all over the field, and he's done that this year. The receiving corps is very similar to that, where they have some very talented kids there, and you know, they do a great job up front. You know, year in and year out, one thing that you're going to see with Colonel Crawford is a team that gets off the ball, that does a great job establishing the line of scrimmage, and their kids play hard, so it's going to be a huge challenge for them.
I'm assuming you're expecting to run the ball a little bit more than pass the ball. That's been their method of operation so far this year.
Yeah, they do an excellent job running the football, but the quarterback's very efficient, has not turned the ball over yet, has good receivers to throw it to, from the tight end to the sprint end to the slot receiver as well. So they got a lot of weapons offensively, and they have a nice offensive line.
All right, keys to success for a nice outcome for the Wynford Royals.
You know, we have to limit the big play. We have to try to limit the big play. We have to try to create turnovers and rally to the football, because their back is good at, he can break tackles. He can take a trap play and turn it into a 60-yard touchdown, and real quick. And again, we'll try to establish the line of scrimmage, and we have to just play sound, fundamental football.
All right, this is the game that's on WBCO 107.5 this weekend. It's one of two games that are both going to be very, very good, but Wynford and Colonel Crawford 107.5, and it's at your house this year, right?
It's at their place.
It's their place. Okay, well, it's not that far away from you. You're gonna bring a big crowd. You'll
It's
be
all
with
good
the
either
crowd.
way,
All
yeah.
right. All right. Listen, Coach, I appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations on the victory last week, and good luck against the Colonel Crawford Eagles. We'll
Thank you.
see you next week. Coach from the Wynford Royals, Gabe Helbert, and up next is Buckeye Central. We'll be back in just one moment.